because you don't know what you're doing. You haven't done this part long enough where you're completely desensitized to, okay, I'm doing this exercise to get comfortable with anticipating price moves. I'm getting comfortable with not knowing what it's going to do next candle, this candle, 5 candles from now, but I think it's going to draw to specific price levels. Where would you feel confident? This is the part that a lot of my students skip over. They don't do any work with this part of it. They ignore it. They assume that it has no bearing on them. It doesn't have any basis or placement in them, okay? Because they want some kind of gimmicky little 1, 2, 3, get me in the trade. Where's my stop supposed to be? I only want a one-handle stop loss like ICT. I want to be able to do everything perfect right from step 1. I don't want to have any adversities. That's not realistic because you're going to have a whole lot of adversities, and you have to invite that, be comfortable with it, because that's where it's going to highlight your shortcomings and your understanding, and it's going to also teach you how to overcome it. Because once you identify what you're having an issue with, wouldn't you want to know what your problems are in your relationship? Like if you were married to a new spouse and you genuinely love them, but they haven't been forthright in telling you what your character flaws are that really get under their skin, because they don't want to offend you, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But wouldn't you want them, sincerely, wouldn't you want them to tell you in a way that doesn't hurt you, that doesn't jar you or make you feel offended that you want to go run to the bar and cheat on them? You would love for them to say, hey, I love you. I sincerely care about you. I want us to be together. And that romance is what you want with the marketplace. You want the market to open its arms and invite you into an embrace and feel its bosom against yours. And that tenderness and that love and that acceptance that I've always been waiting for you, and you're finally with me, and I'm never going to let you go, honey. I'm never going to let you go. See, that's what you want. You want that romance. But really what this is a dysfunctional element of family. And what it does is it says, listen, my husband's away. Come on over. The bed's open. And you want to go over there and romp around, okay, and find a spouse out of that type of thing. And you wonder why you end up with an STD or a broken home. That's the way it works. But see, you think it's a love story. It's a romance. It's not. It's a toxic relationship. And one person in this relationship has to be able to be reasonable. And at some point, the person that's reasonable has to say, you know what? This isn't healthy for me anymore. So that means I have to turn the charts off. I need to stop following this market on this time period now because it's not healthy. But you can't arrive at that until you do rule-based ideas and you break things down modularly. Go with Top Step and then eventually pass this combine and eventually get payouts. You'll see that the logic works not just in my hands and not just in other people's hands, but as a dad, I want to see him doing it in his own hands and then have the rewards of being able to do it and repeating it. Doesn't need to happen every single day, Caleb. But overall, if you have a net positive month, because in the beginning, you're not going to have a net positive every single week, because there's going to be a lot of this that you're going to have hands off. Dad, he's got to do it and learn from it and trust that he's making the right decisions. And when he doesn't make the right decisions, you have to feel that effect and then work through that progress of, it didn't work in my hands. I did something wrong. Not the stuff doesn't work, that you did it wrong. And therefore, you have to grind through that. And that's all of you are going to be the same way with this. I mean, you're all going to have those hit and miss. You're going to have days where it just works like a hot knife through butter, just cuts through easily, goes right to where you want it to go right away, and you're done. You can go do whatever you want to do.